name is Carolina Santos, and I'm here to get an interview for you about the messenger as an effective medium of communication for second-year sciences students and parents for our purpose and communication requirement. Would you like to introduce yourself? So, I am Jessa Fernando from BSc Sciences 2B of Central Illinois University. Thank you so much. So, let's go through the questions. For the first question, do you have a messenger? Yes, I do have a messenger. Okay, so do your parents have a messenger? Yes, my mother has messenger. How about your father? My father doesn't have any social media. Do you communicate with your parents using Messenger or your mother? Yes, I communicate with my mother using Messenger. Do you call or video call your parents? No, just through chats. So how do you update your parents using Messenger? Through pictures, video, or just link? I update my parents through chats and pictures. So how often do you update your parents or do you communicate with your parents? Maybe once a week. Once a week. So it's not very often. But do you find Messenger? No. I do think that it is a very useful app that is easy to use. Yes, it's very easy and it comes in time. It's very handy. But how about your mom? Do your parents find Messenger? I don't think my mother finds Messenger complicated because she cannot make it nice. She cannot make it. So, for you and your parents, how useful is Messenger for communication? So, you're here in Miss Father. Where are you from again? I'm from Manhattan. Oh, you're from Manhattan. So, how useful is Messenger for you to communicate with your parents? You're from Manhattan. You're here. So, it is very useful since hindi ako dito load ng call or nga pwede na siya messenger lang through chats na dali sa siya ma-deliver. You don't need a load or like you can use this free data. Thanks to the free data mode of messenger, you can still update your parents. So for the last question, rate your messenger experience from 1 to 10 and explain your opinion. I would rate messenger 8 out of 10. Why? Though it is very helpful to me, kaya namin tayo nga hindi siya offer example nga sometimes nga na ako gusto i-edit or i-unsend, hindi siya ma-unsend kaya wala na siyang option na online. So there are some complications, errors, so I think that's all. Thank you so much for giving us your time for this interview. Thank you so much for that.
So, thank you, Ms. April Joy Piso, for having an interview with us for our research entitled Messenger as an Effective Medium of Communication for Second-Year Sciences, Students, and Parents. So, are you ready for the interview questions? So, number one, do you have a Messenger account?
Yes, I have.
Do your parents have a messenger account?
Yes, we also have messenger accounts.
Do you communicate with your parents using messenger?
Yes,
Do you call or video call your parents?
yes.
How do you update your parents using messenger? Through pictures, videos, or text?
So I usually update them using the free. I usually send pictures and mag-chat ko sa ilaha or sa mag-video ko kung kanang ako po so kanang kung play siya na place or kanang ang sa pagkapundo provide ko pictures and videos sa ilaha.
So, how often do you communicate with your parents using messenger?
So almost every day yun na like kung magkuan kanang kung asa kung after classes so manawag ko sa ila through messenger mag-chat ana.
So, do you find messenger complicated? I don't find Messenger complicated because kanang gabi ka nagagamit sa Messenger, so usually kuan gid sa ato mas bali master na ko paggamit sa Messenger. Hindi na siya gusto. So, how useful is Messenger for you and your parents? Very useful and significant in a Messenger sa ako o sa parents kaya mura gid na ka ng bali way na mo para mas conveniently kuan jud mag-communicate dali ra siya tapos o kan-scan ka nang walay load maka-send kag message maka-provide kag picture sa ilaha so kuan jud siya ka nang maka-save pa tapos mas convenient pa gid siya so useful. So, do your parents find Messenger useful or complicated? At times, they find it kanang complicated because as we all know, ang mga parents dili sila kanang into technology or in my case, dili sila kuan dyan sa Messenger. So, kanang usaha, pero ginatuguan na ako sila like mag-provide ka ng inanihan nga, kung mga tala sila sa only send ko ng kuan or kanang video ko. So, before ko nag-block out, so turuan din ako sila na parang mas convenient sila, mas dali pag mga kuan. So for them, complicated siya, pero ma-fun din kung ka-learn na gano'n. So, rate your Messenger experience from 1 to 10 and explain your rating. So, I rate it at good 9 kay kuan man kanang dili gid siya perfect 10 kay nagit times na down ang Messenger na wala discuss like wala pang internet connection kay the lag dun siya so kanang ma-alter gyapon niya or makuha niya ang atong communication kanang dili bitaw smooth usahay so 9 lang pero most of the time okay man so 9. Thank you very much for answering this question, Ms. April. No problem.
I would like to hand you a letter, Mom, for my upcoming interview, Mom, in partial fulfillment of our subject, which is purpose of communication. Practically. So when you it's stated in the letter.
Good day, Mom. I would like to introduce myself. I'm Ala Marie C. Sugilon from Central Mindanao University taking JEC 15. In partial fulfillment of the requirements of this subject, I'm conducting an interview related to our research topic entitled Messenger as an Effective Medium of Communication for Second-Year Sciences Students and Parents. And thank you so much, Mom, for this opportunity. Kindly introduce yourself.
I am Maria Karen C. Gamo, also a student from Central Mindanao University, major in sciences, and I am 20 years old.
Okay, thank you, Mom. So here's your first question, Mom. Do you have a Messenger account?
Yes, I do have a Messenger account, and I believe most of us have Messenger because of the services it offers, especially in terms of communication convenience.
Yes, because on today's, most of us are using social media, especially Messenger, for mode of communication for us to be able to communicate our friends and relatives who are far away from us. And do you have your parents a Messenger account?
Yes, my mother do have a Messenger account, especially she communicates her family abroad.
Yes. And for your third question, Mom, do you communicate with your parents using Messenger?
Yes, I've spent a lot of time during, especially during break time or free time. I communicate with my parents how my life is doing and about my studies.
Okay. And for your fourth question, Mom, do you call or video call your parents?
Yeah, but seldomly because they are busy with their jobs and most of our video call times are only night.
And if we have
Yes,
free time.
free time.
Okay. For the fifth question, Mom, how do you update your parents using Messenger through pictures, video, or chat?
I do often send them pictures, but usually I send their messages, text, things like
Through
that.
text. Okay, Mom. How often do you communicate with your parents using Messenger?
Daily.
Daily, every day.
Yes.
Okay. And do you find Messenger complicated?
No, because it was just very basic, like texting, but using only cellular data or Wi-Fi.
Yes,
So it's very
if you have an
easy.
internet.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. For the eighth question, ma'am, how useful is Messenger for you and your parents?
It is very useful, especially I am not used in um, being away from them, so it was a very great help because I communicate with them daily, um, so I could
Text or
yes
call?
text or chat and to amend my longing for them.
So it's not complicated. It's
it's very
useful for you, ma'am.
yes.
Okay. And for the last question, ma'am, rate your Messenger experience from 1 to 10 and explain your ratings.
If I rate the messenger, I could give 9
9.
because I cannot use it without data or Wi-Fi, so it was kind of difficult to have in the place that the
Don't have
signal is
internet.
yes.
Yes, ma'am. So 9 out of 10 is
Yes.
your ratings. And also the features are very, kuan lang, it's very easy to
basic.
basic. And thank you so much, ma'am, for your time and have a good day.
Thank you.
Mr. Dome. I am Michelle May Agopra. So may I ask you to lend me a little bit of your time for a short interview regarding our research that is entitled Messenger as an Effective Medium of Communication for Second Year Sciences Students and Parents.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay. The first question is, do you have a Messenger account?
Yes, I do have a Messenger account.
Well, that's great. Do your parents have a Messenger account?
Yes, they both have phones and with Messenger.
Okay. Do you communicate with your parents using Messenger?
Yes, eventually.
Do you call or video call with your parents?
Yes, I tend to communicate with them through video call and chats and yeah.
Okay. So, how do you update your parents using Messenger? Through pictures, video, or text?
Through pictures, video, and text. So in terms of, I always update them through sending them a pictures and video call, especially when I have a time and always as always chat
Okay. How often do you communicate with your parents using Messenger?
every day, as in every day.
Well, that's great. Do you find Messenger complicated?
No, for me it's very easy and useful as a student.
Yeah, I agreed. So, how useful is Messenger for you and your parents?
Very much because through Messenger we tend to communicate every day, every single day. We update through Messenger and
Okay, that's right.
talk. Yeah.
Do your parents find Messenger useful or complicated?
But I guess they find it useful in terms of they are using that application for them to communicate with me. Wala na, lobat na. Lobat na?
Kada yun. Na-off lang ang flash.
Ano to?
Kailan pa. So, rate your Messenger experience from 1 to 10 and explain your rating. This will be the last question.
Okay. So, Messenger is very useful for me as a student and as their daughter. So, for me, I'll rate it 10.
Okay, thank you for lending me your time, rather. So,
You're welcome.
thank you.
Sir, good afternoon. First, first question is, do you have a messenger account? Yes, I have a messenger account. Okay. Do your parents have a messenger account? My parents don't have a messenger account. Okay. So, do you communicate with your parents using messenger? Yes, sometimes with my parents, I communicate with my parents through messenger because when I'm going to the another places and my
my brother have messenger account, so they use the messenger account to my brother. So that's why we communicate using a messenger.
So, fourth question is, do you call or video call your parents?
Yes.
Okay. And the fifth question is, how do you update your parents using Messenger through pictures, video, or text?
Sometimes I'm update using a text
So,
or a video call.
It's comfortable. So, it's easy to communicate to your parents each other. So, number six, the sixth question is, how often do you communicate with your parents using Messenger?
Sometimes if I have in the business to other places, so sometimes if there's a time.
So, the seventh question is, do you find Messenger complicated?
I find Messenger complicated if it is low. If we don't have fast internet connection, so it's complicated when internet is slow.
So, do you find Messenger complicated?
Sometimes it's complicated when in terms to the internet connection was low. It's very complicated.
So, the eighth question is, how useful Messenger for you and your parents?
Yeah, it's very useful to me because if you don't have a load, you cannot text. So through Messenger, if you just own your data so that you can send a text message to your parents.
So, the ninth question is, do your parents find Messenger useful or complicated?
I think it's useful it's useful for us to communicate.
So, the last question, sir, is, rate your Messenger experience from 1 to 10 and explain the rating.
So I rate Messenger to a 10 over 10 because it's very easy to use and it's very useful.
So, that's all today, sir, and thank you for
You're welcome.